Welcome to today's episode of the Playbook, a sports talk show with Mark and Tyler. He's Mark and I'm Tyler.
Under by 3 with 7.1 remaining. Westbrook shows from the basketball. Goes to the rim! And sticks the dagger!
It's been Westbrook or bust so far in the third period for the Thunder. Oh me, oh my!
Russell Westbrook is averaging a triple-double for the season right now.
He's crazy.
31.2 points a game, 10.5 rebounds a game, and 11.3 assists per game. This is the first time anybody's averaged a triple-double in the season since Oscar Robertson in 1952. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
That is insane.
I know it's December and he's averaging a triple-double. He's the best player in the NBA. Kevin Love and KD named Players of the Week last week in the NBA.
Yeah.
Cavs go 3-0, and the Warriors 4-0. They both had phenomenal numbers. Kevin Love was averaging 30 points a game, almost 10 rebounds, and 2 assists a game, and a steal over that stretch. And he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA. When you talk Cavaliers, everyone talks about LeBron James, but Kevin Love is really the glue that keeps that team together.
In my opinion, he played good last week, but you know my opinion on Kevin Love. I do not like the way he plays. When you watch him play, he just doesn't. I give him props for last week being named Player of the Week, but he's still soft. I don't see. Kevin Love is just a soft basketball player. So early MVP.
I'm not sure.
Westbrook.
Maybe Russell Westbrook? Well, we're going to dip into our mailbag. Our first letter comes to us from, sticking with the NBA. Dear Mark and Tyler, I should have went home in free agency? Really? I'm averaging a double-double this year, and my Hawks are 10-9. What do you have to say about that? Dwight from Atlanta. P.S. Thanks for the pub, because most people thought I retired.
You should have retired. You should have retired. We have a mess up of the week, kind of like a brain fart from Shabazz Muhammad from the Minnesota Timberwolves. If you don't know what we're talking about, he tried to drive into the paint against Kristaps Porzingis,
who's lighting it up in his second year. and doing everything.
And you want to know what happened? Here it is.
And what you don't get when he's out on the three-point line so often. Again, it's finding the balance. Oh! What a block from Porzingis!
So we're going to switch now to NCAA. First we'll talk hoops. Another huge upset in college basketball. Delaware State.
Who?
Delaware State, who is the 341st ranked team in the country, beat St. John's in St. John's. I think there's only 351 teams in Division I, so they're like the 10th worst team in basketball.
Oh my God. St. John's. You are horrible.
So let's switch over to college football.
Today, Junior?
So now let's go. The season's almost over. Heisman watch. Earlier we talked about Lamar Jackson. We said it's a
give.
It's an automatic win. However, your boy Deshaun Watson has been throwing up some serious numbers.
He has. But let's not.
And their record's better than Louisville.
Let's not forget this though. Let's look at the stat. Lamar Jackson, 3,390 passing yards, right? 30 passing touchdowns.
Yep.
Okay. Now let's go on the ground.
I know, that's where it's
1,500 rushing yards
and 21
rushing touchdowns. You want to know what's crazy? He has 100 less rushing yards than Dalvin Cook. and he has 3 more touchdowns than him, and he's a quarterback. Deshaun Watson is not winning this Heisman Trophy.
Well, he's in the running.
He's in the running. But
I mean, so is Dalvin Cook. You know, again, a guy I think will be playing on Sundays. But preseason, all everyone talked about
was Florida State.
Was Dalvin Cook and Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yes.
And
even
now,
I talked about it.
Right, and now Christian McCaffrey, although he's having a great season, he's sort of faded away into oblivion.
I think the problem with that is that everybody knows how good he is now, which is, it's the sad part because he's a great football player. Like you look at the stats, 1,600 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. He's a good football player. He's definitely going to be playing for an NFL team pretty soon, but the Heisman race is over for him. It's kind of sad to say because I love Christian McCaffrey, but right now there's no chance for him to even.
But it's good. Me personally, I think the Heisman Trophy is sort of a jinx, so you're better off not winning it if you want to succeed at the next level.
So we have another "What are you thinking?" mess up of the week, right?
Or more like, "What the hell are you doing?"
The best tight end in the league, Rob Gronkowski. Right?
Hands down.
Ruptured lung.
Yep.
From a hit from Earl Thomas.
Yep. Missed the week before.
Missed the week before. And Bill, you played your star tight end in a game 2 weeks after he ruptured his lung, and now he has to get back surgery.
You're an idiot. Sorry, Bill. There was no reason to play him.
What are you doing, Bill? You are arguably the greatest coach of all time, and you go and play him.
Not in my opinion, but just saying.
Arguably the greatest coach.
Yes, and we could argue that one episode.
And you played Rob Gronkowski. What are you doing?
I'm not sure what's worse. The fact that he played Rob Gronkowski, or he cuts and oops. He cuts a knit hat. It's bad enough you cut your sweatshirts and your windbreakers, dude. But the knit hat? Come on.
Oh, Bill. What are you doing, Bill?
Oh, we got another letter. I'm going to tip into the mailbag. So, this one's, we're going to stick with football. It says, Mark and Tyler, thanks for mentioning my hubby on your show last week. However, I checked under our bed for this person named Josh, but all I could find were empty Uggs boxes and air pressure gauges. Giselle from Foxborough.
Why do I feel like Patriots fans hate us?
Alright, sticking with the NFL.
Let's go to the... You just... What? So enough talk about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's Uggs. Let's stay with the NFL. The game of the season. By far right now. Chiefs Broncos overtime thriller.
Doink.
Yeah, that's the sound that made after Cairo Santos kicks the field goal in off the bar and into the field goal post.
Into the field goal post. Wow, you sound like an NFL expert. Did it land on the court? Talk about toss-up divisions. The Broncos, with that loss, are on the outside looking in. So if the playoffs started today, which they don't, they'd be out.
Which sucks.
Defending Super Bowl champs would be out. And now, Simeon, not even going to play this week. They got to go with Paxton Lynch.
Yeah. And if they lose this game, they're in a tough boat. Especially if the
they
Chargers
lose to Jacksonville, they shouldn't be in.
Especially if the Chargers win. Because then the Chargers are a game behind.
That's correct.
And then the Chargers will be breathing down their neck, forcing more pressure on the Broncos. And the scary thing is, the Broncos might not make the playoffs.
They might not make it any. So the Broncos might be out. The Panthers might be out. I'm not sure how we're gonna survive a postseason in football without that. So
let's talk about the absolute rout that the Saints handed the Los Angeles Rams. First, let's talk about Jared Goff.
He's doing good.
He's doing amazing.
He's doing really good. And I think a lot of people are questioning why didn't he start at the beginning of the season. He looks comfortable back there. He's
Sorry to cut you off. They got absolutely destroyed by the Saints. Let's talk about them. Mark Ingram, 14 carries, 146 yards. Do the math.
That's 10 yards a carry.
10 yards a carry.
Yes, it is.
Against the vaunted Rams defense, right? Drew Brees, 28 for 36, 310 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Let's talk about the player I didn't play in fantasy last week.
Michael Thomas?
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
Could be, if Ezekiel Elliott wasn't going bananas,
easily rookie of the year.
Michael Thomas could be rookie of the year.
I can't even name another rookie. Michael Thomas, 9 catches, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns on my fantasy bench. Good thing I still won because I had Tyreek Hill. But the Saints absolutely destroy the Los Angeles Rams.
The Bucs
are destroying the NFL right now.
Last week, we mentioned that the Bucs win at Kansas City. We weren't sure who that said more about, Kansas City or Tampa Bay. Then Kansas City goes into Denver and wins, and then Tampa Bay, basically, I don't want to say they destroyed Seattle, but they manhandled Seattle.
Well, they did. They destroyed.
That was an impressive win.
The score was 14-5. 14-5. The score doesn't suggest it, but they held the Seahawks to 5 points.
Right, and if Robinson Cano didn't hit a 3-run homer in the 9th, it would have been even worse.
What?
They sacked Russell Wilson 6 times.
Yeah.
6 times.
That's a good team.
They intercepted him twice. Alteron Werner, rest in peace to your father, caught an interception a couple days after his father passed. But they intercepted him twice. And they limited the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, the Seattle Seahawks to 245 total yards.
Yeah, I know. I had Thomas Rawls, Doug Baldwin, and Jimmy Graham going in my fantasy
Thomas
team.
Rawls had 3 points.
Yeah. I still won though. So, your boy Tom Brady.
Thomas.
Who we've been having a little fun with.
Yep.
He reached a major milestone last week.
Huge.
200 career wins. Career wins, that's easier for you to say. Ties Peyton Manning, most all-time wins, including the playoffs. And he surpassed 60,000 passing yards, which puts him 5th all-time career passing yards.
Still behind Drew Brees. But we can't knock him. Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Arguably the best. Congratulations on 200 wins and becoming the 5th all-time passing. Although I think you're going to stay there because Drew Brees is still playing. But yeah.
Is that a backhanded compliment?
It is a backhanded compliment because Drew Brees is great. And he should have stayed with the Chargers.
Well, so was Brady.
And Phillip Rivers should have stayed with the Giants. But can't all change the past. But Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Great, huge milestone. He's definitely going to surpass that by a couple more.
Yeah, I think he might be a lock for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
They should just give him the jacket now. You might as well.
So, our last NFL topic.
We're gonna leave it off on a.
And we're gonna leave you a video if you haven't seen it. John Harbaugh, the head coach of the Ravens, pulls out all the stops. Last play of the game, he proceeds to tell everyone to hold every player.
It is the funniest looking NFL play because when you first look at it, it's like the Bengals aren't even trying to get this ball. And then you realize they're getting tackled by Ravens players.
And there's flags everywhere.
Flags everywhere. They don't even have enough.
And it's great because the rule is that a game can't end on a defensive penalty, but it can end on an offensive penalty. So watch the video and take a look. It's rather amusing.
Morgan Cox, the snapper, and Cook. Owens rushing him. Flags come down. Nobody has even come close to Cook, who goes to the back of the end zone as time expires. But there will be holding probably called on the play.
But we're gonna end this episode off on our last piece of mail.
Our last letter
from this week
comes to us.
Who's it from?
From a good friend of mine. He says, "Dear Mark, if it wasn't for your plug in episode 2, I wouldn't have re-signed. Thanks 100 million, Ioannis from Flushing."
Ioannis Cespedes. Huge. That's a huge.
That's the right gnome.
That's the right. You probably can't even see that.
No.
But yeah, he pointed to the right gnome this time.
Ioannis is back.
He's back. A great signing for the New York Mets. It's a huge signing for the New York Mets.
So Ioannis, I'd like my 10%, if you don't mind. Or just one of your cars. That's all.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Playbook, a sports talk show with Mark and Tyler. We hope you had a fun time watching this one. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment on what you want to see.
Share.
Share. Oh, episode 2 is almost at 100 views.
Really?
18 views away for 100. Let's see if we can get that to 100 views. Maybe we can have a little The Playbook special. I don't know. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching to the end. Make sure to subscribe, like I just said. Peace.
See ya.
Chill. Recording.
Wow, I'm talking about camera shy.
No, I'm shirtless.